Hey, Coach Kathy here with Accountable Actions. Today's topic is about narcissistic and sociopathic behavior patterns. So I want you to know what to look out for with people like this so that you do not make the same mistakes I've made. I have failed, so you do not have to, because I certainly had a pattern for years on attracting the same exact man over and over and over, different face, different body, same story. And what it forced me to do was to look at myself, which is a blessing and a gift, because if I don't get in touch with what I'm doing, then my life is going to continue to have the same pattern. So in order for me to break that cycle and break the pattern, I had to really look deep into my soul and see what is going on with me. Now, for years, I wasn't capable of doing that because I was a party girl. I liked to go out. I was social. I was drinking. I was partaking in drugs here and there. And that is going to interfere with your ability to think clear-minded and get in touch, honestly in touch with your truth. So not to say if you're somebody who drinks a little bit or goes out and parties that you need to change or look at yourself, but many of us might be taking it further than it needs to go. Therefore, we're attracting the same type personality to our life, and we are repeating our same story over and over again. So for me, I was the dream girl for the narcissist or sociopath, because I was so easy. I was such an easy target for them due to some of my own weaknesses and insecurities, especially during the days that I was drinking. And so I really believe that I went through everything I've gone through so that I can now share the way out. Like, I can show you the way, because I have literally walked through this and come out on the other side. And especially for the children, that's my number one why. I want to learn, I want to educate myself, I want to grow, and I want to be better so that I can help them and I can teach them not to do the same things I did. Now, we can instill morals and values and all kinds of wisdom into our children, but they have to take it and want it and do the right thing by it. We can only do so much as parents. And for ourselves, though, we can absolutely break the cycle of a negative pattern in relationships. So let me go over some of the traits with you on narcissism. And I will tell you that, some of these traits, when you hear the title, you're going to think, oh, I do that, or I have that. That does not mean you're a narcissist, okay? There's a big difference between a narcissistic personality with this trait versus somebody who just has this trait. So you know who you are. You should know by your relationship. That's a good report card for you. And, just because you have the title does not mean you're uncaring, you don't have empathy, you don't fix what you've done wrong. Okay, people who care and do the right thing and make amends and take action, you're not a narcissist. The narcissist is the person who is doing all these behaviors and in total denial of it, because it's far easier for them to keep that wall up and believe that they're not something they are, rather than face their demons and make a change, do something to stop holding on to their shift, which is my book. And if you haven't read my book, please go to Amazon and you can get Stop Holding On to Your Shift. The F is very small, and you can get it in Kindle format or paperback. Also, for a free discovery session, a free complimentary coaching session with me, please go to my website, meetkathymcknight.com. And I would love to talk with you to see if you're a candidate for some coaching, and if I could help you absolutely break your cycle, I would love to. I basically have done that myself, and I know the way. So narcissistic personalities, like, one trait is they talk about themselves. Okay, and I mean in a way that it's like nonstop. Have you ever had that person that comes over and all they do is toot their own horn, or they've done it and they've done it more and they've done it bigger and they've done it better and this and that, and it just never ends. They were the superstar athlete. They were the #1 salesperson. They've had this and that, and it's just they toot their own horn to the point of total nausea. It's obnoxious, but they do not realize that that's all they do, because they're filling up themselves, their self-esteem, by talking about themselves. So somebody who just constantly talks about themselves, lives in their past glory, is always having to make themselves look like they're the best at everything they've done. They are smarter, they're better, they know more. That is a narcissistic personality trait. And let me tell you something. When you tango with one of these people, like I have, I was very caught up for years in trying to fix, change, and help these people. I have a huge heart, and I'm genuinely caring, and that got me in trouble. Okay, so now don't mistake kindness for weakness, because don't think for a second that I didn't go to war with it. But that's the bigger piece. Why would I have bothered in a war with a person like that? You know, that's on me. Okay, what was wrong with me that I stayed involved with a person who has narcissistic personality traits? Because they're like a losing battle. You're just going to go through the ringer time and time and time again. There is no out there other than you walking away and detaching with love. You are stuck in hell if you stay in a situation like that. And the only way for it to change is if the person goes and gets help. They have got to get some help. They have got to want help. They have to be able to see their truth, and they have to want to change. If they don't, then you might as well run. And I'm saying, do not look back. Just run. Okay? I have failed, so you don't have to. Trust me. You will not change them or fix them. Number 2, they fantasize. They always have the fantasy of the perfect picture of what they want their whole scenario to look like. So they try to conform others to meet their fantasy. They don't fantasize about the picture and then do the work to get that picture, to take the actions for them to attract that picture. They try to make other people fit the mold, okay? And how they do that is through lying and manipulation and abuse. And they target the people that they can do that with. So again, you know, what was wrong with me that I was somebody that they could even mess with was because my self-esteem and self-worth wasn't where it needed to be. Now, I knew who I was, and I knew I was going to get back to being that woman, but I got lost for a while. So if you've been lost, it's okay. There's hope. You know what? We all go through some dark days, and we all go through some hard times, and we fall down. Get back up, never quit, and move forward. And pick yourself up, brush yourself off, and know that you rock, and you will get to the other side. But you have to do the work. You're not going to just get there through osmosis or wishing or praying. You have to take good, strong actions, repetitive, day to day to day, and keep moving, and you will become fully self-accepting of who you are, like a rock star, feeling completely confident, full of self-worth, full of self-esteem, and you will no longer tango with people who are mentally ill, who do not want to get help. So, I promise you it works if you work it. 3, they are superior. The narcissist is superior. They believe that they are better than everybody else. They're grandiose. They have this I am royalty type personality, and they walk around with this chip on their shoulder, like, don't you know who I am? That is another trait. 4, they require constant praise, okay? Everybody loves affirmations. Everybody likes to be complimented or told they've done a good job. But with them, it's like you constantly have to be feeding them nonstop, giving them praise after praise after praise. They cannot feel whole or good enough in a humble way because they haven't done the work. They do not have God in their life. So therefore, they think they're God. And then with that, it's like they want constant reassurance, constant approval, constant affirmations. That is not healthy. And that is somebody who is trying to fill that God-sized hole inside of them through other people's words and constant praise. And number 5, they have a sense of entitlement. They feel that they deserve the best seat in the house. They deserve the free parking. They deserve the meal. They deserve the gifts. They deserve all these benefits because they think that they're entitled. They just feel superior. They feel grandiose. They have given themselves this I am all that in a cup of tea mentality. Again, underlying all that is really a fear-based, insecure, very broken soul. And until that person does the work, this is the behaviors that you're going to see. This is their mask. This is their cover-up. And so, yes, pray for them. Yes, have sympathy for them. But beware. Beware. Do not open the door. Do not tango. You will get burned. They are completely dangerous and they don't care. Okay, until they break, until they hit a bottom, you're just going to go through the ringer. You're going to be in that washing machine just spinning around and around, or you're going to be on that merry-go-round just going around and around and around. You can get off the merry-go-round anytime you choose to. I know, I've been there, done that, wore the t-shirt and waited for years, pleaded and begged, put up with a lot of insanity, got in lots of fights, turned into a crazy girl, trying to fix, change, and control these types of situations, trying to help people who don't want to help themselves will get you nowhere but depleted, drained, exhausted, and completely broken down. So I feel you don't have to. Take my advice. This is something I get to share with my children so they do not repeat their mother's story. And if that's the reason I went through it, thank you, God, because I now am totally clear-headed, totally clean and sober, and I have done so much work that I get to teach this to my children. I get to help them. Now we can instill morals and values in our children and hope for the best, but they have to do their part. Anybody, friends, whoever, your parents, whoever you're helping, cousins, friendships, coworkers, bosses, employees, they have to want to do the work in order to grow. You can't do it for them. It's like we learn something and we want to just go around and share it with the whole world and we want them to do it too, but it doesn't work like that. So keep in mind, the only people that will get the help are the people who want the help. It's not even people who need the help. It's the people who want the help that grow, change, and blossom and get the relationships that they deserve. They get to feel the true love, the true beauty and joy of being in a loving, very intimate, loving, real relationship. So the next trait is that they take advantage of others. I mean, I had a guy that I was dating. I was drinking when I met him, and so therefore, again, attracted another one into my life. I basically have done this my whole life. I have been alone now for quite some time to really, really, really get zoned in on me and see, but I can smell a rat from a mile away. And, I may go on a date here and there, and I attract very good quality men today, real good guys. And, it's important that you can see the red flag just waving in your face right off the bat. You have got to be in touch with these behaviors. You've got to see them. And, I used to focus on all the things I liked and ignore all the things that were jumping at me. And those things don't go away. They come flying at you and they just get worse. They grow and grow and grow. I used to focus on, oh, he's good looking. He has a great job. The intimacy's pretty good. This is enough. We're in love. Wrong answer. You have to pay attention to who they are. How do they behave during family situations? How do they behave about children? What are your future goals? Do their goals match your goals? Who are they inside? Are they honest? Do they make apologies? Do they have remorse? Are they ethical? Do they have morals and values? Who are you dealing with? Okay, because when we just look at the 1 or 2 or 3 really good features and we're ignoring all these other things, when somebody shows you who they are, believe it. You know, I heard all these messages during the days where I was in it, but you know what? I was in love. I was in it. Don't you understand? And he's going to change. No, you got to run and don't look back. So taking advantage of others, yeah, you know, especially when you're kind-hearted and you're giving and generous, they will just run you over and keep on taking till you have nothing left to give. Be wary. A good person does not take from you. They will not take from you. They may allow you to give to them and they may receive, which is not the same as coming along and taking advantage of opportunities to go to things for free, to stay at your place, to live a healthier, nicer life being around you, to take things from your home. You know, all the things that people do, that narcissistic behavior, they're self-seeking. They are self-serving. They're always looking for the next thing they can get from you. Run. And number 7, the 7th trait for narcissism is they are envious of others. They are envious. Okay, that's the devil. That's unhealthy. They want what other people have. If somebody has a nicer car, it bothers them. They're not happy for them. They're jealous of them. They're envious of somebody who has a house or a better job or a better girlfriend or a better boyfriend. You know, those people have work to do. It is sad that they're struggling with these emotions. It's sad that they don't know how to face their demons, and it's unfortunate. But don't be the person that wants to fix them, pick them up, and put their life and make them all better. You are not capable. I remember my attorney, Cliff Curry, said, Kathy, you cannot turn a piece of shit into a king. And I mean, if that doesn't say it perfect, I don't know what does. Okay, keep that in mind. You cannot turn a piece of shit into a king. So you walk away from the piece of shit. If the piece of shit wants to get better, the piece of shit needs to do some work. It's that simple. So be careful. To thine own self be true. And look at yourself. What are you doing here? Okay, what are you doing that you're accepting and allowing this stuff? You need to get yourself together and you need to do some work to have a stronger self-worth than that. I know I was there and I'm on the other side, and I want to help you get to the other side because I know the way. I've fallen down enough times. I've fallen on my face. I've been through the ringer. I've battled addiction. I was 200 pounds at one time. I was an angry girl. I accepted unacceptable things. I did unacceptable things. And all that has brought me to become a life coach, to become a peak performance strategist, and to help you to get to your goals, to get to your best you, so that you live the life you deserve. I had a vision of what I wanted my life to look like, and I had to start taking steps to get that life. Okay, there's sacrifice, but it's so rewarding. And number one is God, connecting with God and letting God in. And that's where the power comes in. And that's a whole nother session, a whole nother day. So let's talk about sociopath now, because sociopath is another very dangerous animal to be tangoing with. Been there, done that, wore the t-shirt with this one too. When you have children with men that are narcissistic and sociopath, it's very hard. Or if you're a male and you have children with women this way, it is tricky. And what I have done is I have gone out of my way to become a better person inside of me through prayer, through God, through Him giving me the ability to do things that I cannot do on my own, such as be very forgiving of somebody's wrongdoings. Doesn't mean that you're okay with what they've done. It means for you to be free, for your soul to be free. You've got to learn forgiveness, but you've got to develop strong boundaries, okay? Because these people, if they're not doing work, they're going to continue to do what they've always done. And unfortunately, denial, don't even know I am lying, the acronym for denial, they don't know and they don't care because this is working for them. So don't hate them, don't fight with them, Just know this is what's going on and do what you need to do to take care of yourself when dealing with people like this. For my children, I will do what I have to do to maintain peace and to have a healthy co-parenting situation because they deserve that. Okay, not because I'm holding on to anybody from my past, because exes are exes for a reason. I don't go back. Okay, I move forward. If we didn't work out, there's a real good reason we didn't work out, and I'm done. Goodbye, good luck. I have not been intimate with my exes for years, and I don't plan on ever going there again. I don't understand the whole rodeo of let's keep on getting together, hooking up, seeing each other. Where is your self-respect there, people? Please. You will never get what you deserve if you keep going backwards into situations that did not work for a very valid reason. So let's talk about the sociopath. Okay, they have no remorse. So when they do something, they're not sorry. They don't feel it. They don't even really make a proper amends. They don't care. Okay, so here you are bleeding, suffering, in pain, and they are not going to nurture you and make it better. So what happens when you're dealing with a sociopath is you get hurt, and then you're like begging for some relief. You don't really get what you need, and then they hurt you again. And I mean, oh my God, and it just keeps on coming. And next thing you know, you're just wiped out and you have become a mess. Been there, done that. Became one angry, crazy person over it. What was wrong with me that I was in a situation knowing in the beginning that these guys were not capable of giving the relationship the respect that it deserved? They did not have the skills. They did not have the qualities. They did not have the desire to be that type of man. What was wrong with me that I stayed in these situations? A lot was wrong with me. But I've done the work and now I'm free. And I want you to be free. And I want you to stop attracting that type of person to your life. And honestly, I pray for anybody who's suffering with these traits. I do pray for them. And I do hope that they find their way. And I do hope they find God so that they can become better people. And I'm sorry this is so raw and real. I'm sorry that I'm so open and honest. But for myself, just having this past weekend just go through the behaviors with 3 of them, just enlightened me to share this video, to talk about it as a form of me healing from the fact that I am still, unfortunately, having to deal with people that are completely incapable of doing the right thing, saying the right thing, having boundaries, having respect. And, again, I'm nice, so I open the door to have communication. But then I get to see how absolutely off and ill and just incapable these people still are. And that is sad. So number 2, charming. Oh, well, of course they're charming. I mean, they're handsome, they're charming, they're fun. They woo you, they get you in there, they reel you in, they fish, they reel you in, and then you're in it so deep that you're just always waiting for that person you first loved to come back. That charming person that was so wonderful. They don't come back because that's not who they are. So Prince Charming is a frog. Run and don't look back. Let's pray for the frog. Let's pray for the toad to get to be a better toad, to become a prince. You know what? They can do it if they want to. And you know what? My children, I don't want them to become a toad. I don't want them to be with a toad. So I'm going to work my booty off to give them the knowledge and guide them and hope to God that they do not follow their parents' pattern. So that's why I became a coach, because I really want to share this information with the world. I really want other people to know that just because you're in it right now or you've been through it doesn't mean that's the end. You know what? You create your end of your story. The story does not end this way. I was not going down like that, and you're not going to go down like that. But you got to pick yourself up, brush yourself off, goodbye, good luck, and move. You got to get into action and do something different. And is it hard? You better believe it's hard. If it was easy, everybody would be just flying right now. But you're worth it, and you need to take that action. And I'm here to help you. Again, meetkathymcknight.com. Set your free complimentary coaching session. I want to help you. 3, for the sociopath, they're intelligent, which makes them dangerous because they're smart. So they know a lot about a lot of different topics. So that's appealing and it's attractive and it makes you want to be around them, and they're helpful. So intelligence is a key trait that they have, and they use it in a dangerous way. They use it instead of use it in a powerful way. That's a blessing of giving and helping without looking for something back in return. They're always looking for what's back for me. I'm intelligent. I'm going to come at you to help you, but I'm going to get something from you for it. It's not just because I'm sincere and real and I'm going to give. It's because something's in it for them. So they use their intelligence in a powerful way that makes them dangerous. Number 4, they're liars. They're liars. A little white lie here and there that they don't think is a big deal. Oh, I quit smoking. And then you walk around the corner and they're smoking a cigarette. Why? Why lie? What for? I have on green socks. No, they're actually red. Why are you lying? People who are lying just to lie have some deep-rooted issues going on inside of them that they have got to work through. There's some sort of a fear there. There's some sort of thing, that they really need to get in touch with. I don't know if somebody one time just beat the living tar out of them for a lie. A lot of them believe in their minds that they're sparing from hurting you if they lie, when in fact it's way, way worse to lie. You're hurting us way more by lying than you are by being real, because at least when you're clean and come clean and honest, we know who we're dealing with, and you show that you're human, that you care and you feel bad. But when you lie, you're just really a spooky soul, because you're just lying to lie, and we don't know what's what. There's no trust there. Therefore, you have no relationship with somebody who's lying to your face about stupid things that don't have a whole lot of relevance. If they're lying about the small stuff, you better believe that they're capable of lying about big things. And I'll any day of the week forgive a man who screws up and admits it to me, that I can forgive him, than somebody who holds on to a lie believing that they are doing what's best for you. And that is a sociopath. And I have been there, done that with that one, and it is not fun. And they do not stop unless they get help. Run. The next one is manipulative. They are manipulative. They control people in a way that fits their vision. It fits their mold of the picture they want. So they manipulate you, and they pick on people that they feel like needs them. So they use their power. They use their intelligence. They use their gifts that God gave them in a negative way. They manipulate people. They're not doing for you. They're doing for themselves. And then the next one is they're narcissistic. A sociopath has all the narcissistic behaviors on top of it, which we've already covered that. And number 7, they don't have long-term relationships typically, because they blow them up so quickly. They get in and they're destructive, and they show who they are. And a healthy person walks away quick. Now, I was not healthy, so I basically became entangled in with a few of these guys. And it just, because down deep at the core who I am, knowing, well, this isn't right, well, that isn't right, because of those attributes that I have, I would fight with them, and I was not happy with them, and I was trying to teach and change them. But again, really, I had to look at what's wrong with me right now, that I'm doing all that. I'm putting all this energy into a losing battle. So again, that is, sorry, I thought my timer went off. Again, that is, me looking at me so that I do not bother getting involved with a person like that again. Number 8, they're spontaneous. And it's okay to be spontaneous and fun, but they do it when they want, how they want, and it doesn't matter who they're affecting. Spontaneity in a way that is disrespectful to other people. You know, that they were supposed to maybe be doing something else and they just spontaneously do something that feels better for them. They're selfish. They're spontaneous in a negative way. Do not confuse that with being spontaneous in a positive way. There's a difference. This is where their behaviors are harming people. Okay, their behaviors are hurting people and they don't feel bad about it. They justify it. They rationalize it. It's all for them. They are 100% selfish and self-seeking and doing what is best for them in spite of who they're hurting, who they're stepping on, and they don't make amends. They don't feel bad. They don't feel. They are completely numb. And I don't know why, but unless they get down and dirty with what happened, what's become of them, why are they doing this, they're not going to change, and they're going to repeat the same behaviors with just the next person and the next person. And they have a lack of love. Number 9, lack of love. So they don't really get to feel the true beauty of intimacy because they're not really able to be intellectually, mentally, physically, emotionally, all spiritually, all connected as one with their mate, because they are just basically wrapped around themselves. They don't love themselves. They cannot possibly love you. They have got to do work. They have to break. They have to hit a bottom. They have to want to. And number 10 is they're highly competitive, but not in a healthy way. Okay, it's okay to be competitive in a healthy way. They're highly competitive in a way that is harmful. Like they're the guy out on the football field that will win at any cost, you know, get down and dirty, start brutally name calling, get like ugly with it, like encourage other people to behave like him and feed that negative, toxic, mean behavior. Highly competitive that they have to win every time. That is a person who is really like wrapped up in themselves. They're sociopathic, they're narcissistic, and they're very unhealthy. Okay, so I wanted to give this video today to you. I wanted to share this information with you today because just this weekend alone, I actually dealt with 3 people from my past that all portrayed these behaviors right in my face once again, which the beauty of that is I don't look back and go, gee, I let that one go. No, I don't. I look at it and say, thank you, God. Thank you, God, for showing me what I need to see. And thank you for giving me the ability to, no matter how upset I feel in the moment, no matter how angry I might get, I can reel it back in and go right into a beautiful state of mind, a peak state, due to aligning with God, knowing who I am, making a commitment and decision to be in a beautiful state of mind. Thank you, Tony Robbins. And you know, just understanding the whole picture for what it is. The more you know, the more you understand, the more you will not allow anything or anyone to control your emotions. You will control your emotions and your feelings because that's all they are. Feelings are not facts. It's okay to feel, and you know what? You're going to F up, you're going to react, you're going to cuss, you're going to say some things, but the key is how quickly are you going to stay there? Not quick at all. You're going to turn it around. You're going to get back into the beauty of your state of mind that is of peace, love, and harmony with God and others that are also walking that state of mind. And then toss out anything negative, reverse it, turn it around, and jump into your truth because you rock. You're awesome. Look me up. You can email me at ck@accountableactions.com. You can book a session with me at meetkathymcknight.com. That's Kathy McKnight with a Kathy with a K, McKnight, MCKNIGHT.com. Meet, MEET, Kathy, KATHY, McKnight, MCKNIGHT.com. Book your session. You deserve a wonderful, amazing life. You're outstanding. You rock. Do that for yourself. The best investment I ever made in my life was the one on personal development and growth. I have never been so happy, joyous, and free as I am today. I do not regret the past. I am very grateful for all these experiences. I love these guys from afar, detached with love, prayer for them, but I am no longer going to be a victim. I'm accountable for my part. I see where I went wrong. I see what I needed to change and stepped up. And I want you to do the same thing for your life. You deserve it. Your kids deserve it. So you can check out my website, meetkathymcknight.com. You can look at me on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram under Kathy McKnight. Accountable actions. Accountability is the foundation for success. You got this. Talk to you soon. Bye.